Hello, this is Clint Bartlett with The Contact, and today I would like to go over various tools that you should consider bringing out when doing contact or field work, and the reasons why you would need such tools. So, first of all, while doing this contact work, I would recommend bringing food, especially if you're out there for long hours or a long duration. Um, and you don't need to pack an elaborate meal or anything like that. You can just bring different things in a cooler, such as, like, I don't know, peanuts or fruit or trail mix, something of the sort. Um, Another thing you want to probably consider bringing out would be like something to keep you warm, like a blanket, something, and something to sit on, such as lawn chairs or just another blanket if you want to do the contact work right on the ground. I wouldn't recommend laying on the ground because while you're doing the meditation, you could fall asleep. Um, yeah, so the blanket is there just in case you don't bring enough clothing to keep you warm. You can bundle up with it. However, I do recommend bringing warm clothing, especially considering it might be warm during the day, but then as it gets later on during the night, it does get cold, and so if you have an extra sweater or jacket, hats and gloves, you can always put it on or take it off. But if you don't bring it, then you don't bring it, and you're gonna suffer being cold. Um, so now I'm gonna go over some of the various tools. First of all, I recommend bringing flashlights. Since you're probably going to be going out to a remote location, although you can do CE5 in your backyard, and I've had several successful sightings right in our backyard here. It's best to go in a remote location, far away from the different city elements, such as sirens. Like, I don't know if you just heard that just went by. Um, uh, People chatting or moving about. There's all sorts of different unforeseen variables in the city where it can disturb the contact work. It can be done, but it's recommended to go into a more remote location. And so if you're going out in a remote location, obviously the flashlight is helpful to see where you're going, to get your bearings straight, etc. Also, you can use a flashlight to help the craft vector in onto your location, but I would recommend using a laser. Although this is a 1 milliwatt laser, you can get these online, relatively cheap. However, if you do decide to purchase this for CE5 contact work, just make sure you're really careful because these can blind you. Not only that, but there's regulations and laws against shining a laser at airplanes. You can be fined or jailed, and not only that, but it's a safety hazard to the pilot. They're flying this giant machine, and if you blind them, you never know what could happen. So just remember, if you get a high-powered laser, please do be careful. Another thing is you want to get a decent pair of binoculars. And supposedly these are meant for at night. Although I don't know if they're any different than just a regular pair of binoculars. They're a little bit more powerful, I would say, than the average pair of binoculars. I'm not quite satisfied with this. I might try to get another pair, something maybe like electronic with night vision capabilities. And if it's got night vision capabilities, then great. You'll probably have more of an opportunity to make better observations of what you're looking at, because most of the time people do this at night, although you can go out during the day and do this as well. Another thing to consider purchasing is a video recorder. This one is a night vision video recorder, and it's on the lower end. Again, I'm not really satisfied with this at this moment, because it doesn't seem to record all that well, probably because I didn't pay very much for it. So I'm going to be looking into purchasing probably a more expensive night vision camera. And you can take video on any type of smartphone, and it's usually high definition, and those turn out pretty well. However, it's not going to have that night vision capability. So another thing you want to consider purchasing is walkie-talkies. And not only are these helpful for it, if you're in a group, you can communicate back and forth with them, but also you can use various tones, such as the tones on the CE5 app by Dr. Stephen Greer, and cast those tones through the radio frequencies, and these ETs or interdimensional phenomenon, what have you, can pick up on it, and sometimes even respond through the radio. I had a response the last time, which was interesting. These aren't very good quality. Again, I'll probably end up getting different walkie-talkies along the line, but they're doing the job so far. And speaking of meditation bowls, I purchased this online for I don't know, maybe like $40, and it works pretty well. I use this on a regular basis to help with the meditations, and I actually sometimes broadcast the sound of the meditation bowl through the radios as well, and that seems to work pretty well too. The last thing that I'm going to show here is this, which is a 20 amp hour USB backup battery, and you can probably get these for 20 or 30 bucks. I think I got this one from Walmart. And if you're out in a remote location, you might need to charge your cell phones, or I don't know, maybe some walkie-talkies that are newer, charged by USB, perhaps, and you can recharge them that way off of the battery. But it's just helpful to have extra energy while you're out there. So another thing that I was thinking about and considering doing this myself, and perhaps the viewers would consider trying this too, but if you're gonna do field work and let's say you're staying overnight or something in a remote location, and it gets cold at night, or it's in fall or spring, where you know it's going to be cold, you might consider getting a tent and just kind of camping out. And I've been looking into various tents. It wasn't really a tent that I seen online, but it's kind of like a transparent dome. Is made entirely out of plastic, and so it was spherical in nature, and so you could see out any direction. And if it's cold, and you have this thing that blows up that you can find online. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but perhaps maybe even a tent with a plastic window that you can see out of. You can do CE5 right in the tent, and wouldn't that be wonderful? You could, essentially stay warm while doing contact work. So, I don't know. That is all I can think about right now as far as gear that you could take out into the field. I'm going to make another video on how to do CE5 contact, and please like and subscribe this video and subscribe to this channel, and have a great day.